It's really, really sad. I want to point out, and again, in my situation, Amber Barton told me and Elena Baltazar that they wouldn't give me Tiara back because my husband wouldn't come home, basically. And because I couldn't, in her eyes, I couldn't find another man. Well, that's just not the case. I happen to feel that some of this was perpetrated in order to make it look like I was like crazy psycho for James, and I'm just really not. All I wanted to know was if that was true or not, if he was the one that I married, and if it was, because of me being part of the Native American tribe that I'm from, and Adul, which is actually heir. If you look at the Bible in Numbers 1:14, Jacob's son is declared ruler of the tribe of Gad, which actually started why I was like, oh my goodness, that is really cool. And so getting into learning about that again, because I had it once, and then because of my partial amnesia, I lost some of that. After realizing that, hey, we're Christians here, and this man told me he was a Christian, that maybe he was provoking this situation in order to try to make me look crazy, like I was so super psycho for him, which is just really not the case. I'm sitting here being told this man's a drunk, he's a drug addict. The only reason he created Project Veritas was to get out of trouble for what he did to me when I was 12. I'm hearing all of this stuff from people. The only reason he's even successful is because of the situation that started because of me and him with the whole marriage situation. And I'm hearing all of this stuff from people, and I'm watching this man's actions, and I've never chased after him. Never, ever. In fact, I've always run away from him. But my problem here is this: when I have a right to religious freedom where a marriage is concerned, specifically because of who my family is and what that marriage represents to my family, knowing that, James, with all the sleeping around that people are telling me that he's done, and all the womenizing and everything else that's been going on with him, and people don't understand. I have standards. I don't want somebody who's been with everybody like that. And I made that clear from the beginning. It's in my paperwork. I kept telling these people I don't want somebody that doesn't want me. And because of the potential for domestic violence. On top of that, even if he doesn't want to be with me, that will never dissolve our marriage, because he pushed me to marry him with my hands swore on the Bible. He did that on purpose. And then all this other stuff that went on with regards to him with it's reported, not just from what I've been told, the police records, law enforcement records from when he was arrested for that whole thing with putting the phone down his pants in that government office. The newspapers also reported that he lied about who he was and had multiple identifications. So here we've got somebody with a pattern of dishonesty trying to make it look like I was trying to go after him to make me look psycho. Really, James? That's the impression that I'm getting. And Ronald participated, and so did Mr. Carpenter. These are all people who were perpetrators. They're not victims. They're documented perpetrators and criminals. What does that say about our system? For real. And the fact that my family's all up in law enforcement, and it took this long to resolve this case. This has gone on for years. What a disappointment. And I'm still disappointed in James, too. Again, I'm going to tell you, man, no divorce. Ever. Because of my family. With God's love. God bless America. Have a blessed day. Oh, and if I'm wrong, James O'Keefe he didn't deny being married to me where I could hear it. So there you go with that. According to the Bible, he lost by default because he never objected to us being married. So for those reasons, religiously, specifically because he claimed so much to be a Christian, dude, you're done. No divorce. Ever. Because God says no. And you know what? That's not about me, because I could go be with someone else. You know how many men want to be with me? But I can't because of those vows. So I'm left being cold every night, doing the right thing. Why does he get away with everything? That's a problem that we need to address in our system. Put the blinders back on Lady Justice, please. With God's love. God bless America. Have a blessed day. Back the blue and back the brown.